How many of you, like myself, are sick and tired of the rain? I've so had it with the rain. I know people in the past have said, hey, we need it, we need the rain, we have to have the rain, and I get that. But my gosh, I saw a guy at our gym this morning, and he just got back from Southern California, being down there, hi Rita, for a month. And I said, so what does the sun look like? I remember the sunshine. I haven't seen it for so long, I can't remember what it is. I mean, I understand Oregon is partly about rain, but you know what? It gets really old about now. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Thomas. How are you? Make it rain, Rick. I can't. I've done the Rick Dancer rain dance. I've done the Dick Dancer rain dance. I can't get it to do anything I want it to do. It's a crazy little world out there. But, you know, you can't always make things happen that you want to happen. So we had Sven. How are you? It's still snowing and I want my sunny spring skiing. Yeah, I understand that. I can imagine. Bill, thank you, Bill. That's awesome. Me too. I want the sunshine. Rita, I am so with you. You know, it's just, you know, and I'm not just bitching. I'm just saying, gosh, it's so hard. Still in Southern California, still chasing the dream. Well, Thomas, I'm glad you're in Southern California and having a nice sunny day. I know I'm really happy for you. No, I mean really happy for you. That look on my face, it may say disgust, and it may say jealousy, and it may say bitterness, but I'm really not. I think it's great that you're out there having fun. Sun most of next week. Yeah, Matt, I'll believe it when I see it. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? We had a really fun show planned for today. We were going to go with a local foodie, a new sponsor, and go and try a new place. And Sean's a great guy, and he got that flu, so he's homesick, and he can't get out of bed, and I don't want to be around him and get sick. So I'm out. I missed your casts. How did you miss my casts, Irvin? Oh, you're out? Did you do okay? Is everything okay with you? Irvin's had some medical stuff going on. Eileen wants to golf tomorrow. Well, yeah, great. It's gonna. Well, wait. Is tomorrow? Isn't it, I think Friday is supposed to be nice or nicer, and then maybe Saturday and Sunday a little bit nice. You guys, I wanted to tell you about a couple of things going on. Thomas, laugh out loud. You know I lived in Oregon long enough to experience seasonal depression. Vitamin D is the key. I don't think there's enough vitamin D for everybody in Oregon right now. Yet, Irvin had lung surgery, feeling amazing. I am so glad. You have lung cancer, don't you? And I need to send a picture of my hair. There is a great story behind it. Lindsay, you can post it right in the comments. You can post your hair thing. Irvin Birch is cancer free, and we're happy for you, Irvin, because you've been struggling with that. It's lung cancer, right? And I'm going to be doing a bike ride later this month, or next month, May 20th. And we're going to be riding Reach the Beach. It's I'm doing 80 miles. It's a 100-mile bike ride, but we're leaving from Newburgh. What is that? Vitamin D? Yeah, it's something that comes from the sunshine. So we're going to be doing a bike ride for Reach the Beach to bring money to the American Lung Association to help fight lung cancer and other diseases. So that's kind of a cool. And you're a non-smoker too? Hey, you should contact me, like Rick at rickdancer.com. I know you keep in touch with me. But yeah, I'd love to have you on the show. Talk about your lung cancer and that kind of stuff. It's not a great picture. Lindsay, we just need to see your hair. I mean, you can take your phone and you can take a picture of it, hair, right? Another thing I wanted to tell you about, can you see that? No, I'm going to turn this around, okay? There's a really cool event. You guys know what Whitebird is? Whitebird is an agency that does all kinds of really cool stuff in our community. So they're putting on the Dritz. Bob Dritz was one of the original founders of Whitebird. They run Cahoots. They run a lot of programs for people in dire need, and it's going to be, I'm going to go this, it's at Hi-Fi, and that's the cost, and the date is May the 6th. We're probably going to be doing a show on them next week to tell you more about it, but I just want to kind of warn you all. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. And this is what it's going to be. So I'm just trying to give you a little heads up on that. This is for Whitebird, And Bob Dritz, I used to get to interview him a long, long time ago. A very, very cool man. And we're more about what Whitebird does in our community, for everybody else. So yeah, Whitebird is amazing. They really, really are. So because I was going to go to lunch with Sean, I didn't bring a lunch, and I'm starving. I work out really hard in the morning, and I usually eat like 11 o'clock. So I was excited to go eat lunch, not to make. There we are. Sorry about that. Things happen. It's not letting me post it. I don't know why. Hey, Roger Anderson, how the heck are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. LOL, I called and said someone was calling him. Oh, I'm cutting in and out. I know it should be back to normal. It's giving me a little heck today, so it's kind of driving me crazy. So wanted to tell you about a couple of our sponsors for our show. Katie Howlert with the Howlert team. If you guys are looking for a realtor, and the reason I push these people is because one, they're friends, and two, they're sponsors. So I can't do this without their help. And so if you know somebody who's trying to sell a home, Katie Howlert, Kaydee Howlert, Hallert. She's reasonable, she's awesome, she's reliable, she takes care of you. She really goes the extra mile for her customers and her clients. And she was just on the other day. We did that thing on autism, you guys. And so I just sent it to you via IM. Okay, that thing has now today, let me look. Oh, I like your hair. Lindsay, I can see it. I think it looks cool. Anyway, that video yesterday, or a couple days ago, is over 10,000 views on autism. The show we did on autism with Black Magic Tattoo Parlor and Katie Howlert as one of our sponsors. Can you believe that? 10,000 people, because Elisa, the woman with Asperger's on there who was talking, was so powerful and amazing. And what the A-Team Justice League is doing is so amazing. But this is our community. I love this. I think this is really fun. You make the Valley a better place to live. You are a gift to the lives. Thank you for all you do. Hey, Irvin, that is pretty dang stinking nice. I love doing this because I hope it gives the power back to you. I think people are talking about this, and I know that I even heard a local TV station is trying to emulate some of what we're doing, but the problem is they probably won't be able to do it because you have to keep it from being too commercial, and you got to be real. And sometimes if it's bullshit, you got to call it out, and they can't do that. They have a company line. So anyway, I won't digress into that topic. An awesome power of connection. It really is. Having you guys all here gives us a huge, hey Angela, hey Sean, how you doing, buddy? Gives us a huge power of people because we can get things done that other people can't get done through this. Another guy I want to tell you about, Brinkers Restoration Contractors, Carlos. If you got work you need done, I had a lady call the other day, she needed a fence fixed. He's fixing a lot of roofs right now because everybody's finding out, oh my God, I don't have enough tar paper on my ceiling to keep this stuff off. So he's doing a lot of that kind of work. Any kind of work though, Carlos can take care of you and get you taken care of. And he's another guy who's sponsoring and taking care of our show. And the third person I want to bring up just real quick, and then we'll get back to talking about other stuff, is Patrick Olson Auto Repair. Patrick's going to be on in a couple of weeks with a tattoo parlor in town. I was talking to him last night, the guys with the tattoo parlor. They're really cool, really super, super cool. And they're doing a thing for Bags of Love, which is an organization that puts together bags of material and things for kids, for foster kids and stuff. So they're really cool too. He'll be showing us more of that. But if you have auto needs, I'm going to go get my oil changed in a few weeks. Or actually, I need to do it probably next week. And I'll be taking it into Patrick and having him change my oil. So lots of cool stuff coming up. And I'm sorry today's show didn't work out the way it was supposed to. But I figured, maybe we need days in the week that we can just kind of chat and talk about the things that are important to us too. Not just always something about the community and that kind of stuff. So some amazing things have happened that we should probably just run by. And one of them is Elisa and the autism show. Because when you give people like that a voice, people that can tell you things you've never heard before. It broadens who you are, you know, and every one of us is writing a life story. And yeah, Anchored Inc. and Josh South, that's who's going to be doing. That's who I met. I met him last night, Bill, and I really liked them. I mean, I was flipping him shit and having a really good time with them. We had a really fun time. So Thomas, after reading about your bout with cancer and you showing you work out has inspired me to finally get healthy. So thank you. You're welcome, Thomas. It's a good thing to do. Getting yourself healthy is the way. You got to work at it. I mean, okay, so that brings me to my second person, Denise. I don't know if you guys saw the video she posted. Denise is this woman who has seen me doing these videos of exercises, which I'm doing for people because they're asking for them. And Denise Barrett wrote me and said, Rick, I'm 355 pounds. 6 weeks ago, I saw your videos and you encouraged me to go do something, and I started walking, I started eating differently, and she lost 20 pounds in 5 weeks on her own. No Weight Watchers, no diet plan. She just went in and did it because she said, what the hell? She just walked in the club. Oh, cool. So anyway, then we had her on a show with Court Sports in Springfield, and they liked her so well they gave her a free month's membership. And so Albert says she just walked into the gym over there, and so she is now working out, and because she did this. So then yesterday she posted a video, and she says, super ugly video, but I'm up to 22 seconds in a plank. So she did a 22-second plank and she put it on the thing, and I don't remember how many people, but I think close to 100 people came on and said, go Denise, it's not ugly. You're doing planks. So I heard about, I'm gonna get Denise involved in this because I heard about a plank challenge going on in Eugene. It's a group of people, and I'll get you guys connected too if you wanna do it, if you know what planks are. But what they're going to do is every day, like the 1st of May, you do a 1-minute plank. Now, if you can't do 1 minute, you can only do 10 seconds. You can do 10 seconds, just do that as long as you do a minute in the day. So by the end of the month, you're going to get up to 31 minutes of plank. Now, very few of us can do a 31-minute plank, but you're going to divide it out. So we'll all be planking together. And I think it's going to be really fun. You guys know what a plank is, right? Here, I'll show you. So if you get this down here, on the ground. So this is a plank. Come down here. Ted, sorry, we're doing planks. So it's basically, you're putting your hands on the ground and putting your feet like that, and you're keeping your butt down in a vertical, like in a horizontal position. And then you hold it and you just squeeze all these muscles in here. You're just squeezing them. So all these little tiny muscles in your body connect. And all your stabilizers connect, and it's really hard. And I'll tell you what, I think it's so much better for you than a sit-up. I just got winded doing that, and I'm a 57-year-old guy who works out all the time. It's really good for you. So I hope all you guys will kind of join us on this challenge and do something kind of fun and cool and interesting, and join Denise because she's my new stud. And I love when people step outside the box. I did a little video this morning that I put on Instagram. I'll put it on here in a day or two. Excuse me. And yeah, you can do a modified push-up stance. Army calls it a thinking position. Hey, Irvin, I like that. I think it's a great thing. But the thing that stops us from, I think that what happens is we are so afraid to fail in life. I know that's always been an issue for me, because in my family growing up, you don't fail. Failure was not an option. So you had to be good at everything. And what I've learned in my life is I'm not good at everything. There's some stuff I suck at, and I've learned that I can try, but I'm never gonna. Those are not my gifts. And I think you're kind of, I think the world wants to tell us that I can do everything and I'm an independent human being and I can get this stuff done by myself. And it's a lie. It's a total lie. I can't do this by myself. My wife is now working. She's coming in today at 2, and she's a part of my business, more a part of my business, because she's really good at managing. I'm not. I'm an idea guy, and I'm a creative. And if I'm left to do this, I just flounder, because all I do is come up with ideas and stuff, and that's my thing. But I need her to be my how, and I'm the why. Hows are really good people to have around because they're organized, they're thoughtful, they think things through. Sometimes people like me who are wise, not so much. We just fly by the seat of our pants, and I've done that my whole life. But I got away with it in the news business because you had managers over you. Then when you start running your own business, you realize how inefficient you can be. But even in terms of stuff like math, and what I think, I'm going to get a little my stuff in here, but I think God made us that way so we'd have to live in community. If we were all self-reliant and could do everything we wanted to do without anybody else, why would I need anybody in my life? And when we get independent, so here's Denise, and she didn't have people who were working out, I'm guessing, in her life. So now all of a sudden she's in this group, and now she's starting to get, and people are encouraging her. She was in there on the Facebook thing going the other day, I'm crying because I've never had this much encouragement before. See, why don't we do that more for people? Instead of always coming up, have you noticed how sometimes we're so good at coming up with reasons people shouldn't do things rather than why people should? When my son said he was going to not go to Alaska to a secure job, and he was going to instead take a chance and go to Montana and try to find himself create some life for himself that was different. And he said to me, Dad, I may fail. This may not work. And I said, that's fine. And I'm so glad that I'm to a place in my life where I can say that to my kid. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. In fact, you will probably learn more from your failure than you will ever learn from your successes. At least that's true for me. I think we are a success-driven, look how people lie when you meet them. How's things going? Oh, God, yeah, client list high. Making this amount of money, making that amount of money, everything, and I'm not saying we have to be downers, and stuff like that, but why do we measure? It reminds me of something else that I won't bring up right now because it'd take us totally on a different thing. But it's like mine's bigger than yours, and so we all go around and measure everything on how we measure up, when in fact maybe we should just measure down. Yeah, I like that, Irvin. So kind of try to be positive to people, and why do we have to correct them? I think that's what people love to do. We love to correct people, try to steer them in the right direction as if we even know the right direction for them. You can't fail if you're trying. I like that, Mitzi. I think that's how you say your name. Yeah, if you're trying, that's what I said I want on my headstone when I die. I just wanted to say Rick Dancer when I was born and just say he tried. That's all I need. Just he tried. BC, we are me, have become so jaded by our shortcomings that I forget to be human in protecting myself emotionally. I totally agree with you, Thomas. I think we spend so much time trying to cover up who people might find out we are rather than just being who we are. And I think it's starting to change. I think the Denises of the world, the Bill Daniels of the world, the Lindsay Wilsons of the world, the Albert Roys of the world, the people who are bringing something different to the table. I'm having so much fun right now because all my people that I'm working with, that you're going to see a whole bunch of new clients coming on. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying we're getting a lot of people who want to be part of this. And I've got TV stations watching, trying to copy, which is just a great form of flattery. But you're going to see people coming on, and what's going to be fun is how you guys as viewers and people participants of this community that we're building, will, I hope, start seeing some similarities in them in you. So when you get to know Katie Hallard even more than you do now, you start seeing why I love her and why she's part of this. when you see people like Carlos and you see how he really cares when he does his work, you're going to see these things. You know, when you see Patrick Olson and you talk to him, I mean, that guy's just a joy. I got to be with him last night too, and talking and doing stuff. It's just, we need people in our lives. We have two energies in us: positive strength and negative weakness. It's which energy you choose to feed. I choose the first. I try to choose the first, Irvin, but I have days when I select the second. And that's when we need help and kind of need each other to do some stuff, right? Yeah, got to make sure we get our stuff in there. Oh, there's something else I wanted to tell you about, you guys, that's going on. Oregon Supported Living Program, which my wife is on the board, and that's where my brother-in-law is. They work with people with different abilities in our community. They're having a fundraiser at Sam Bond's Foundry tomorrow from 4 to 10. And a portion of the beer you drink and go in and buy, they'll give to the agency. But it's also just a time to get together and find out about other things that are going on. So Sam Bond's Foundry is right down here by the federal courthouse, and it's called Pints and Dreams. That's how they do it, and then they do a fundraiser. So anyway, it's tomorrow, 4 to 10. So it's just something if you want to know that's going on. I'll give you one last little story. I kind of like these shows. You know what I mean? I know they're not, I don't draw 10,000 people because I'm not that interesting. I'm not like Alyssa, and that kind of thing. But I got to go. I have a new friend named John, and unfortunately he's moving. I just meet him, really like the guy, have a lot in common with him, and he's moving. But last night my wife went out with the girls, and so I didn't have, I was just kind of looking for something to do, and I said, hey, you want to go have dinner or something? And he goes, yeah, but I got the 4 kids with me, and I've never met his kids. They're like, 7, 8, 14, or different ages like that. So I went, oh, what the hell, let's go. So went out to dinner with them. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I forget how fun it is to be around a functional family. When you're around good people and you just get that vibe that you go, these are really good people, and it's not their religious beliefs or their political beliefs or anything. They're just good people. And the kids, I was teasing them like you would not even believe. And I'd never met them before. And their dad sent me an email today and said, well, my kids must have really liked you because you were talking about all kinds of, we were talking about farts and, I mean, you know that you have a deep, you know that you're having a connection with people when you can talk about farts. That's how I judge whether this is a good conversation, when you can talk about farts with people. And so here's these kids, and I'm looking at the look on their face and the pure joy that they have. And they're just, and all of them are being part of the conversation. Everybody has something to throw in, whether it's a crazy story about something somebody did at school or something like that. And I thought, you know what? That's kind of what I hope this is for you. I got to pay my bills, so there's a commercial aspect to this. But I just had a talk with Whitebird today, and I think they're going to come on as a regular sponsor. Carlos, I was just talking about you, man. And I think they're going to come on as a sponsor. So you and I and our little community here are going to get to know what Whitebird does and get involved and find out some really interesting stuff. And I want to challenge myself to that, and I want to challenge you to that. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like this whole community we're creating here with Get Real with Rick Dancer is like me sitting with those little kids last night and that family, John and his 4 kids. And us just smiling, enjoying, laughing, communicating. No one's trying to correct anybody or telling them how to live their lives. I don't need anybody to tell me how I'm going to live my life anymore. Just go away, I think, Lindsay, you know what, though? You said I'm not as amazing as people imagine. I struggle a lot. Welcome to the club, sweetheart. I think we all do. And you know what? That's what makes you amazing. I think if you don't struggle, what do you have to give people? I mean, really? If you're not willing to struggle in life or accept the fact that you're not perfect or that everything's not going great, then do you have that much to give away? I don't know. I kind of think not, or maybe that's just my personality. I like it when we can talk about issues that are hard, and I think it makes us it makes us human. And I think far too much of what's wrong is that we don't open up, and I understand why we don't, because there's a lot of dumbasses out there just ready to bite your head off. And but let me tell you one other little story, and I'm going to keep it kind of no names. But there's a person on here, not now, but that I know of. But he's kind of a troll, likes to nitpick and kind of grab at me, and doesn't agree with some of my stuff, and he's very one-sided on some of his issues, in my opinion. But just by chance, I ended up getting to do a couple of these shows, and it included things that he's very involved in. And he's been kind of critical of the show, because he's critical of me, so it's really about me. But all of a sudden, because I had done these things by happenstance, not planning, I went to an event and he was there, and I've never met him in person before, and I walked up and met him, and it was just really good. He'll probably still pick on me, and I'll probably still pick on him once in a while, but there was something in the atmosphere that at least for the moment, it kind of changed. So just think what would happen if each and every one of us were willing to do that. If we were willing to put our stuff aside and just, as Bill says, just be a weirdo, Yeah, Bill's welcoming Lindsay to the weirdo tribe, which all of you are now a part of. But anyway, I don't want to just run on and talk and be stupid and boring and ramble. But today was just a show with you and me. And again, our sponsors, Brinkers Restoration Contractors, Patrick Olson Auto Repair, Katie Hallard. Those are the sponsors that make all this month happen and make it worthwhile and stuff, so we can do this. Forrest Brinkman joined us there. Another really good guy that you can sit down and go deep with. And I like that about people. And you guys, let's just face it. We don't fit in. But neither do they. I don't think anybody fits in. I think somewhere in our lives, we all feel like we really don't fit in. And those who pretend are just pretending. People that are overcritical like that are generally jealous of something about you. Crazy but true. Yeah, I'm not, in this case, I don't know if it's, maybe, you may be right. I'm not questioning what you're saying. I think, too, we have so many polarizing issues that we base our, there's a company in town who won't work with people who are working with me because they think I'm right wing, which, where have they been? I'm not left wing, but I'm certainly not right wing. I'm pretty middle of the road, and sometimes I lean to the left, and sometimes I lean to the right. That's how it is with all of us guys, right? Just depends on which underwear I wore. That's awesome, I think. I think it's funny. So anyway, I'm actually turning red. I embarrassed myself on that one. So anyway, if you guys, one thing you can do always with any of these, balance. It's right, Mitso. We are all a piece of the puzzle we call life. Yeah, you guys like doing this, don't you? That's what I love about you. You really do. I mean, I know you are just in heaven, because there's days you join these shows and you're just having a great time. And I think that's really fun. So we're going to watch Denise and see what she does. We're going to watch Bill. Bill's going to try to get me connected to the roller derby women. I would love to go out there and skate with them. I would be very careful, but I would love to skate with them. And we're going to have some just great shows coming up in May. Just a ton of really fun stuff, and stuff that'll challenge you, from the Eugene Mission to Whitebird Clinic. Oh gosh, what else? To the Restore for Habitat for Humanity. We're going to actually, well, I can't tell you one of them because we have something planned in downtown Eugene that we're just going to see if we can pull off. I've got people who work with me to come up with really interesting things. So anyway, thanks for being here today. I am gonna run down and grab. Have you guys been? Whole Foods is just like 2 blocks from my office, and I was supposed to eat over it with Sean today. So I didn't bring a lunch. So I'm going to go down there. They have a burrito bowl. So you don't have to have the flour tortilla if you want, but you get the beans and the rice and all the other stuff and the meat and all that. And it's really tasty. So I just walked down there, and it's only like $8. So it's closer than Mucho Gusto. I like Mucho Gusto too, but this is closer, so I don't have to go anywhere. So you guys have a great day. But the thing you can do to help me is just post this right on your page. You never know. There might be somebody out there struggling with something, and something you've said or I've said might help them. So just post it on your page. Say something, hey, we just had a moment with Rick today, or whatever you want to do. You have to kind of personalize it. It works better for people. But if you post this, and then always remember that we couldn't do this without my sponsors and our sponsors, and that's Katie Hallert, Real Estate, Equinox, Brinkers, Restoration Contractors, Carlos, and Patrick Olson Auto Repair. And then on daily shows, I'll tell you who those sponsors are, because we got like 15 or 16 now, and it keeps getting bigger, which is a really good thing. And it makes me very, very happy. Irvin, I love you too. And I am so glad that your cancer is getting taken care of, and that you're still going to be around to be part of our little whatever this is. So I'm glad that the surgery went well. And do contact me through email, rick@rickdancer.com, because I'd love to, before the 20th, that's when Reach the Beach is, I'd love to get you on a show. I might just bring you on another show and just talk to you a little bit, if that's okay. All right? Okay. All right, you guys, have a great day. Don't forget, Pints for Dreams at Sam Bond's Foundry tonight, 4 to 10, for the Oregon Supported Living Program. It's a great way to get involved and help some people that you might not understand or might be uncomfortable with. If you did not get to see the interview on the with Black Magic Tattoo Shop and Elisa, who has Asperger's, experiences Asperger's, go watch it. Just go take a look. Spend 20 minutes just sitting and watching it, because you will. It will change your life.